Today we are testing out a ton of new Makeup Revolution products. So hi guys and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. Yes, Revolution are coming out with stuff like left, right and centre, but this stuff is technically from their I Heart Revolution stuff, which they never seem to promote on any of their social medias. I find that a little bit weird because I personally feel that I Heart Revolution do a really good job with their makeup. Now I Heart Revolution are like a little sister brand, so they used to have so many kind of little brands like Planet Revolution and XX Revolution and stuff, and now it seems like they've kind of compressed everything down into just like one big makeup revolution. And I've been using the brand for such a long time, pretty much since it first came out, and yeah, a lot of their stuff is not always the best, but a lot of stuff I do tend to enjoy. But a lot of things that I'm using today are stuff that I've used previously, but like I mentioned, I have this new like cherry collection, which I'm super excited about trying. So let's go in with primer. So they did come out with a cherry primer, but I just don't need like any more kind of like Revolution primer. So I've got this peach blurring primer. So I got this recently when I so I'm part of a Revolution kind of content creating community, and with that you kind of progress when you do lots of different activities and stuff like that. And when you kind of progress, you get a voucher when you get to the next stage, and they're extremely generous with their kind of point system and how much money that you can get towards. So with vouchers, I think the first time you could get like £50, and then the next ranking is like 100, and then when you kind of get to the next level, I think the next level is like £150 to spend in one go on their website, which is absolutely mad. I haven't reached the kind of £150 level just yet. I've got a while to go, but I purchased this in kind of one of my last hauls, and I really like this. It's very kind of like softening. I have very dry skin at the moment because I think it's with like the change of the weather and just me not really looking after myself that much. I have mentioned that in a couple of my videos. I've been struggling a lot recently with just kind of getting on with things after my dad passing, but that's kind of not really for this video. It's it's just me talking about my skincare and just a bit of a tangent. But yeah, this is a blurring primer and it's got a really strong peach smell. It kind of reminds me of shampoo, and I don't know why, but it is pleasant. So let's go on to brow. So this is the Superfix brow glue, and I again have used a few of these products before, and for me this is not like my favorite brow glue. I mean, like the NYX professional makeup ones are amazing. Those ones for me kind of stand out a lot more. This is really nice, but it kind of takes a while for it to dry down. I know that they came out with like a couple of different primers for this as well. There was a gold primer that I picked up, which the pump is not great. So you know, like there is times when certain products just don't perform as well as the product. So when you do pump it, nothing comes out, so I have to literally take off the lid to apply it. It is nice, but it's just a bit of a pain. But when it comes to the brow glue, this is pretty good. So I've given everything kind of like a minute to kind of settle into my skin. So now we've got foundation. So this is not new, but this is probably one of my favorite foundations of this year. So this is the Skin Silk Luminous Serum Foundation. I have the shade F2 and I use this all the time. I mean, for me, I've always felt like Revolution foundations are very hit and miss. Some of them can be extremely drying. Some of them can be just probably not the best in kind of like consistency. But this one is like a bit of a game changer for me. Like it's just worked so well every time that I use it. And for me, I have to use quite a lot because I like a bit of coverage. This is like, I don't know, like a medium buildable coverage. It's not a skin tint, but it just takes a while for me to blend everything in. I might have to use a brush because I feel like sometimes that might work a lot. Yeah, so with a brush, this works like so much better. I think the coverage is just a lot more kind of filling. With the sponge, I feel like, I don't know, I don't think it's the sponge itself, because with most sponges, like they're always quite hit and miss, but I like to kind of go in between a sponge and a brush with certain products. But I feel like with this, the brush has definitely worked a lot better. So let's go into another product which has been one of my favorites of this year, and it's kind of like a baby of this one. So this is the Skin Silk Under Eye Brightening Concealer. So this is very much like a dupe kind of for the Rare Beauty. Not to say that the Rare Beauty was the original one, but this one has got the silver tip on there, which has a very nice cooling effect to it. I do like this a lot, especially someone who hasn't been sleeping over very well for the past year, because I have a baby now, so, well, not a baby, he's like he's one, but yeah, but if you know, have issues with sleeping and stuff like that, you will know that your under eye bags are not always going to look their best, and I feel like this product really helps out. Like, it keeps it super hydrating and it blends in so beautifully, and I feel like it definitely gives like a nice brightening effect. I recently tried the Morphe under eye brightener, and that is like super duper brightening. Like, that's a really thick consistency. This is very light, so this has got like not watery, but it's got kind of like a more thinner consistency, so you can blend it in much easier. I wouldn't necessarily use this on some of my red parts, but I feel like it's just for under eyes, so that's totally fine. Like, I don't think they haven't come out with a new concealer for like the rest of their face. I would have liked them to have done a concealer for like this kind of like, I know obviously you've got this, but this is more for under eyes. This is for brightening. I don't want to enhance certain parts of my face, if that makes sense, when I use it, because as you can tell, it's brightening. So the next 3 products I'm going to use are part of the Cherry collection. So this is the Cherry Balm Cheek and Lip Tint. So this is in the shade Red Glacier, and this is a balm, and again, you can use this on your lip and your cheeks. I'm only going to use them on my cheeks because if you're new to my channel, I don't like using multi-purpose products on multiple places of my face, essentially, because I don't like to kind of put my kind of bacteria everywhere on my face. I'm pretty sure that's probably not how it works, but for me, I would prefer to just keep one product to one part of my face. So let's get this brush and let's see how pigmented this is, because I think they came out with maybe 2 shades or something. I'm going to use a tiny amount because that looks insane already. So okay, I'm gonna have to, oh my god, this is very pigmented. Oh damn. Okay, we've previously had issues with me applying too much blush and people thinking that I'm doing like a sketch or faking this video. I'm not. I'm just stupid, because I should have literally just checked how it works. So I'm just going to kind of blend this in, and I'm just going to go on top with a sponge because I don't want to look even worse. Okay, it didn't take too much to blend out, which is perfectly fine for me, because the worst thing could have been is that I would just be blending it and then my foundation would separate, but it's actually gone on quite nicely. Because it's a balm, it's going to look quite wet and it's going to look very dewy, and it does that on my skin, which is nice. And again, super pigmented. I like this. It's nice. I wouldn't put this on my lips if I were to do it like multi-use products, because it seems quite wet, and for me it would probably separate, because a lot of these kind of like balmy products don't really work well on my lips. So let's go on to eyeshadow, which I'm super excited about. This is like the reason that I picked up a couple of these products. So we have these snack stacks. So they came out with about 3 or 4 different versions of this. They came out with like an ice one, which is like all blue and kind of like, I don't know, kind of blue, light blue tones, and they came out with a couple of other ones. But for me, the cherry one was what spoke to me the most, of course, because it's all reds. So this is how it comes, and I'm just gonna take it out of the box because I haven't, out of the packaging, because I haven't even done that yet. I saw obviously online what the shades look like, but I haven't opened it yet. So these are quite reminiscent of so many different brands that have done these. I know Morphe have done these. I know what's it called, Melt Cosmetics and stuff have done stuff like this. So let's start off with the top one, what it looks like. So that is a very nice shimmer. That's probably like an inner corner type shade. And then you've got a nice nude tone, which I guess is like a transition shade. Oh, next we have a bright red shimmer, which that is stunning. I can't wait to use that. Then we have a nice deep red tone, which is pretty cute. That'll be like a kind of making it as a wing or using it kind of on the outer parts. And then lastly, we have a very dark kind of purple tone, which is great as well, because again, that could be used for the outer corner to kind of make the sides a bit more in depth. So yeah, what I'm going to do is try and remember where all the shades are and make a look. Okay, so let's start off with this really pale shade, and let's see if you can even see it. It would have been nice to maybe have like, well, I was going to say a mirror, but where the hell are they going to put a mirror? But That's fine. We're just going to kind of blend this in and see how it works. I must say, for like a first standard shade, that is really stunning. So let's go on to another matte tone. Let's see if I can find, okay, we'll use this deep one next to kind of do on the outer corner. So I'm just going to get my mirror because I don't want to make a mess like I normally do. So let's blend this out. And it's been such a long time since I've used anything by Aha Revolution because again they don't really tend to bring out much like they used to. Like with their Revolution brands, they used to come out with stuff every other day. Like, I'm not exaggerating, it would be literally like continuously coming out with stuff, and that's not why I know a lot of people probably do not enjoy their stuff as much. I've always been very up and down with Revolution, like definitely more ups than downs. Like, I love how affordable they are, I love how the quality and stuff like that. And I know when they came out they were known for more being like this kind of dupes brand, which a lot of people do not appreciate. Like, let me know if you guys ever picked up anything from their kind of like dupes kind of era, like when they used to have the kind of chocolate palettes and stuff like that. And yeah, I think they even kind of had this lawsuit with Manny MUA once, which is insane. But you know what? I guess it shows that brands sometimes can't get away with everything. Okay, great. So let's go into this last shade. And I think I'm just going to make like maybe like a little wing just on my kind of like where my lashes are, really, just to kind of emphasize things a bit, because it's looking fine, but you know when you just want a bit of like dimension and you just want to kind of add a little bit of kind of like a deeper tone. Okay, so let's go in with this gorgeous shimmer. I'm very excited to try this because I'm excited to see if it will work. So let's put this here. Oh yes, that definitely works. Just going to kind of blend that on the rest of the lid. And then the last shade we are going to use as an inner corner. So this looks quite glittery, like it looks like there's going to be a lot of fallout. So I'm going to be quite careful and see if it pops out. Okay, that's pretty nice. All right, you know what? I like this palette a lot. It's very good. It's very convenient for like traveling and stuff like that if you want to have just like a little stack. And like they say, they have a couple of different versions, which I'm sure, you know, will appeal to someone. If reds are not your thing, like I said, they've got blues and they've got a couple other ones. So let's end on the lips. So this is really cute. I like this a lot, like the little kind of keychain. So this is a cherry glaze peptide lip treatment. So everyone is coming out with lip treatments. They're kind of taking on from like the kind of Ulla Hendrickson kind of thing. So I'm very intrigued to see. And it smells of cherry. Oh my god, it smells of cherry drops. If anyone is kind of the same age as me or grew up in like the 90s and kind of early 2000s, you will know what a cherry drop is, and they were the best sweets ever. They were the best sweets ever. Like, I mean, to describe to someone who isn't aware of cherry drops, they're just basically like bold sweets, but they had like a cherry flavour to them, but they were just so nice and simple, and you could just eat a whole packet in one go. So that has thrown me back. So yeah, let's see if there's got like any shimmer in it. Let's have a look. It seems quite clear, but let's get this on and see. Oh, it's quite thick. Okay, I thought it was going to have a tint to it. That's fine. I mean, I'm not disappointed or anything. I just thought it was going to have kind of like a reddish tone to it, but I like it. It's quite thick. Like, it's not like, you can't feel that. I mean, you can feel that there's something on your lips. Like, sometimes with lip balms you feel like you don't want to feel that it's there because it's there for hydration, but I guess because it's quite thick, it's definitely going to like seep into my lips. But this is my finished look. I'm looking really kind of like ghost-like because I think my eyes and my cheeks are just standing out and everything else is a bit red. But let me know what you guys think of any of this stuff, if you picked up anything. And I forgot to mention, actually, if you ever want to purchase anything, I have an affiliate code in my description for Revolution. If you ever want to buy anything, if you don't want to use that link, then just buy from Revolution because they do some great stuff. I know that you can get them in Superdrug and in Boots and their own website, and they've always got a sale on and stuff like that. But eyeshadow palette I like a lot. This cheek balm, oh my god, is very pigmented, so if you buy it, use a little bit at a time, and then the lip thing is great. I think the best thing is probably this little charm, because I love cherries and I love the smell of it as well. It's amazing. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there, and appreciate you sitting down listening to me ramble on. I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.